Hey there, my friend, my writing superstar. Good to see you. Happy Monday. I hope you're excited about Monday. I'm pretty excited about Monday. Mondays are always good for me now. Hey, Gina. Good morning. Good to see you. God bless you. Let's slide in real quick and get started. I couldn't even wait till 10:30, to be honest. I really couldn't wait. Hey, Tiffany. Good to see you. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming on. Love your stuff. Love what you're doing. Thank you so much for coming on. I have something to share with you, something that hopefully will wake you up a little bit. I have a story that's a little sobering, if you will, but it's important. It's powerful. We never learn or hear something that we don't need. Everything works together for good. Everything. So it is my pleasure to be with you guys today. But you know what I'm doing right now? I'm sharing my own broadcast, and it would be amazing if you share this broadcast with your family and friends. So do me a favor and click on the share button, and that would allow everybody else and their brother to see it. I don't always say that, but people do, so I do it too. So today is an awesome day, and we woke up. Literally, we woke up today. Many people did not wake up. And sometimes we forget that, and we go into, oh my God, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do that, and we don't realize the blessings that we have experienced just by waking up. Good morning, Karina. Good to see you. God bless you. It is amazing. Hey, Shriha. Thank you so much for coming on. Good morning, Karina. So guys, do me a favor. Go to the bottom of the broadcast and share the broadcast and let me know when you finish. Hey, Victoria. Good to see you. God bless you. Thank you so much for coming on. I am excited. If you haven't been to any of my broadcasts, my name is Minister Catherine Storing, and I am the writing coach that helps people just like you to write books that are authentic and relevant. That's what I do. I am the author of a whole bunch of books, and guess what today is? Today is release week. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Hey, Kiki, good to see you. Today, this bad boy comes out. Today. Thank you for sharing, Kiki. I really appreciate that. This has been one of those things that I've been living. I cannot wait to preach this book. Thank you, Karen, for sharing. Cannot wait to preach this book on Thursday. I don't know if my day is Thursday or Friday, but I'm going to be in Jacksonville, Florida on Thursday all the way through Saturday. And the book is coming out on Thursday. And I could not be prouder of the work that has gone in. I cannot be more excited about this little book right here. It's life-changing. It's so powerful. And I just give God praise. I just give God praise that finally this book is coming out. And I think it's coming out at the perfect time. I believe it's coming out where people need to fight. People need to fight the right way. And Becoming Jacob, how to leave the old you behind and fight for the new you. It's just powerful, and I cannot wait. I know that I'll be preaching about this probably for the rest of the year because there's a lot going on and a lot that I have added inside the book that I literally cannot wait to share with you. Does that make sense? So thank you so much for coming on. Again, my name is Catherine Storing, and I love to help people to write books. Just like I struggle, I love helping people to write books. And Becoming Jacob is a book that has helped me, and I know that it will help many of you. That's my sister, Pastor Kimberly Jones, who I get to see this week. I get to hug her, I get to kiss her, I get to hang out with her. I'm so excited about that. And then I get to praise at Prevailing Love Worship Center on Sunday. Oh my God, amazing stuff. So thank you so much for coming on, guys. If you haven't shared the broadcast, please do me a favor and share, because I got something to share. Story time today. I'm going in. I'm excited about it. I hope you're excited too. And I hope you're excited about all the things that God is doing. Big things are happening. The book is coming out on Thursday. The Write Your Book in 90 Days program is starting at the end of the month. Big things are happening. I'm traveling this week. Big things. The t-shirts are out. All this stuff is happening because God is doing everything all at once. Hey, Arnica. Hey, Elle. Good to see you. God bless you. Let me know if you're ready for story time. Give me a thumbs up. Type your favorite emoji. Tap on the screen. Do something that lets me know that you're ready and excited about story time. Just let me know. Just tap on the screen. Act like it's free. Remember, when you tap on the screen, it lets me know that you can hear me and see me, okay? And also, it lets all the people know that story time has begun, okay? I started a few minutes early because I really couldn't wait. There's big things happening today anyway. There's always big things happening anyway. Let me know if you're ready, okay? Because I don't see any movement. I want to make sure that everything is exactly as it should be. And I need to get started with story time. I need to remind you the power of your story. Hey, Mia, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully the internet is working properly and you guys can hear me and see me okay. All right, let's get started. Story time. If you're watching the replay, please be interactive. Please tap on the screen like Kiki's doing, like Karina is doing. Type something whenever you feel the Holy Spirit moving, or if you hear something that makes you move, you tap on the screen, you type something, you shout, whatever you need to do. Be interactive, whether watching live or watching the replay. Hey, my sister Kimberly Barrett, good to see you. Am I gonna see you this weekend? I hope you're coming. I hope you're coming to Jacksonville. It's gonna be Pastor Kimberly Jones, Tina Moore Brown. I will be there, all three of us at the same time. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be so awesome. I hope we get to see you again. It was such a blessing to meet you last year. I hope we get to meet, I get to see you again. So thank you so much, guys, for coming on. God is amazing. Wait until I tell you the testimony about that. You're coming? Yes! I'm so excited that you're coming. God is good. I'm so excited to see you. I'm so excited. That's awesome. It's going to be like a little reunion over there. Okay, awesome. So let me tell you what happened. So last night I was relaxing, using my phone, being on Instagram. I'm the Instagram queen. If you're not following me on Instagram, what are you waiting for? Just look me up, Catherine Storing. I hang out there pretty much all the time. And there's this girl that I follow, and she happens to be Dominican, and she just does these parodies, and she has this, she works with this company that does great videos. And she went on last night, and it was kind of upsetting. I can tell she was upset about something, but I did not know what she was upset about. Then she began to talk about this young man who was 15 years old. Did you hear what I just said? I heard about this young man, and he used to be 15 years old. Was past tense. Type that for me, past tense. No longer. 15 years old. My daughter is 14. I cannot even imagine that. Can't even go there. 15 years old, minding his own business, went to a bodega, went to a small market in the Bronx, and he was confused by somebody else. Okay, yeah, mistaken identity. They thought he was somebody else, past tense, Arnica, and they dragged them out of the bodega, and they used machetes and knives, and they killed this young man in camera. All was caught on camera around a lot of people. A lot of people. Yeah, Kiki says her daughter just turned 15. Hey, brother, good to see you, Greg. Hey, Angel, and good to see you. God bless you. And this young man was murdered in front of people. There were cameras, there were people filming, people walking by, and he was just killed. Just like that. The video has gone viral. People are watching the video, talking about it, and everybody's upset. Everybody's open arms. Very upsetting. As a mother, I cannot even imagine having to deal with that, especially when that young man wanted to be a cop. When he grew up, he wanted to be a cop. He was part of like the cops brigade or something. He was involved with them. He was doing great. You could tell he was not into anything. He just looked like somebody else. Type that for me. He looked like somebody else. He didn't do anything. He just looked like somebody else. I heard that story and I began to research. I began to look at video after video, post after post, and I kept thinking that video kept playing in my head, and it was so disturbing. It was so upsetting, and he wanted to be a cop. Okay, that was his dream. He wanted to make something of himself. He had all his life ahead of him. All his life, okay? All his life, yes. He looked like somebody else, and he died. He was able to run to the hospital. The hospital was that close, and he died right outside the hospital, okay? This is how even more scary it is, that he was running, bleeding out. Nobody stopped to help him. He got to the hospital and still did not get help outside of the hospital. That's how messed up this stuff is, okay? Why am I telling you this? Why am I bringing you down on a Monday morning when you want to be uplifted? Let me tell you, it's coming. As I think about that young man and I think about what happened to him, hey, Lisa, good to see you. God bless you. As I think about that story, I'm reminded of the many things that you and I have gone through. Type me if you have gone through something. I want you to see something. Type me if you have been through something horrific, if you have lost something, if people have done something to you, if you have done something to other people, if you have been in situations that were less than ideal, if you have been in pain, if you have been let down by other people, if you have been abused by other people, if you have been taken for granted by other people, if you have not received what you deserved. Let me know if you have been through something. If somebody has violated your confidence and your dreams. Type me if that's you, okay? I will go ahead and type me myself because I have gone through some stuff, okay? I have been through some stuff as well. Keep tapping on the screen because it gets even better. So all of us have gone through something. All of you type me. I have gone through something. People have done something to me. I probably have done things to people. We all have been through something. What have you learned? Let me just type it me again. If you learned some things as you were going through it. Hey, Anita, good to see you. God bless you. Type me if while you were going through, you learned a thing or two. Maybe you did not want to go through that, but did you learn a thing or two? Did you learn something? Was there something that changed because you went through that? Type me if you learned something. If what you have learned would have helped you, type me. Type me if what you learned in that season, during that time, during that loss, during that brokenness, if you have known what you learned because of it, type me. Just type me. And let's just be honest. I'm going to go ahead and type me as well. Because if I have known then what I know now, it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. Can I get an amen? If you have known then what you know now, you wouldn't have gone through that. It just wouldn't have happened. It just wouldn't have happened. Period. The end. The end. It just wouldn't have happened. Thank you for sharing, my sister Anita. God bless you. Listen, it wouldn't have happened. Now, can you think of people going through what you went through? Type me again. Can you think or do you know of people that are going through what you went through? Type me. I just want to see. Do you know of people that are going through something very similar or exactly the same what you went through? Do you know of anybody? I certainly know people that have low self-esteem. I certainly know people that have no confidence. I know people. I know their name, first name and last name. I know people that have been called to ministry, but they cannot accept the calling because of their past, or because they don't think they're qualified, or because they think that God cannot use them. I know people like that. I know that. That was me, okay? But I know people going through that right now. I know people that were told that they were ugly. I know that. I know people that were told you can be this, but you cannot be that. Or you can only be this because of who you are, because of who your parents are, because of the color of your skin, because of what you did in the past, because you're divorced. Let me know if you know anybody that has gone through that. Let me know if you are seeing people struggling with the same thing that you struggle. Just let me know if you know anybody that is going through and you know exactly what they're going through. You know exactly what that feels like because you have been there and done that. Just let me know that I'm not losing my mind. Just let me know that you know exactly what I'm talking about. That you know people that are in pain, that you know people that need encouragement, The moment that I read that story about that young man, my mind directly, immediately went through the people that used to be in a gang. They are women, men and women that used to be in gangs. They were able to make it out. They changed their life. They turned it upside down, and they are now upstanding members of society. They probably are business owners. They probably are philanthropic, giving back to society, doing something completely different from what they used to do. Can I get an amen? They are people that used to be in that life. They are people that did time. Okay, a lot of time, and they met Jesus while they were in there. They changed their lives around, and they became somebody much different from the person that they used to be. Do you know anybody with such a testimony? Do you know people that look like very different from what they looked before? That their life looks different. My life looks different, and I haven't gone through any of that stuff from before. Don't you think that if somebody that has gone through that, was in that life, lived in those neighborhoods, and left all that life behind, if they wrote a book about it and shared the language, share the anguish, share the pain, share what they learned while they were doing that stuff, and how their life is completely different because they are not who they used to be. Don't you think that somebody reading that book, seeing somebody that looks like them, that did the same things that they did or worse, that did some time, okay? Don't you think they will be impacted by that more so that if I went there and preach? Don't you think that they will be able to listen to that person better and relate to that person better because that person knows their pain, that person knows their struggle, that person knows what it's like to live and grow up in such neighborhoods? Don't you think that will make a difference? If they were able to see such a person, if they were able to understand that that doesn't have to be their lives. They need to see someone that looks like them. They need to see someone that's been there and done that. Let me know if you think that will make a difference. Let me know if you think that those young men and women that are living that life, that they don't know any better, they haven't seen any role models, if they see someone that used to be broken just like them, if they see someone that used to hang with the same type of people that they hang with now, if they saw somebody make something of themselves. If they saw somebody do a complete 180 where they turn everything around and just change their lives, don't you think that that will make a difference? And immediately I'm thinking, we need to have more people tell their story. We need to have more people that are brave enough to say, I've been where you are. I know exactly how you feel. I know that it's hard. I know that the pressure, the peer pressure is strong. I know that when you go home, things are hard. I know that sometimes you go home and there's no food on the table, so you think you have to do these things in order to survive. I know what it's like. I've been there and done that. Don't you think that if somebody comes at them with that story from a place of understanding and not judgment, don't you think that will make a difference? And that is in that very specific example. That is in that very specific example. Your life doesn't have to be that traumatic. Your life doesn't have to be that complicated. Your life doesn't have to be that drastic for you to share your story. Your story, do you know that when you're going through something, it's really big for you? Let me know. When you're going through something, it's the biggest thing that's ever happened. When you're going through something, it's big for you. It feels big. It clouds your judgment. It becomes the biggest thing ever. It doesn't have to be anything grandiose. It doesn't have to be like you went to jail or you killed somebody. It can be that you lost a child. It can be that you walked away from your faith. It can be that you had no self-esteem. It can be that you used to have a different lifestyle. And you changed that lifestyle because you realized that there was more for you. It could be that you were suicidal. It could be that you were depressed. It could be that you didn't even know who you were until God showed you exactly who you were. Whatever your story is, that is power. That is power in your story. As I think about this book that I wrote, and I read it, and it blesses me so much to see the prayers that I wrote down, to see the words that I wrote down inspired by reading the Bible and speaking to my Father and listening to all the things He has in store for me. Don't you think that I know this is gonna help somebody? Listen, in the last few months, I had to fight my way through the other side. For the last few months, I've been living this book out, fighting the version of me that I am to become the version that God wants me to be. I had to fight my way for my new me. I had to. It was not handed to me. It was not easy peasy. It was complicated. It was hard. It was hard. It was hard. Impossible? No. But it was hard. Okay? When somebody going through reads this, when somebody is struggling to change their habits, when somebody that is been doing the same thing over and over again, not knowing how to stop, they read this book from a place of, I'm not judging you, I've been there myself, they are gonna be able to identify with my story and see themselves and realize there is hope, there is a way out. I will make it through. I will make it through. It will get better. God can touch my life. God can transform how I feel about myself. God can change my atmosphere. He can change everything about me. Hello? He can change my whole entire life in no time. But I got to be willing. I got to show up. I got to give Him the reins of my life and say, help me. I need you. This book goes through all of that. Why am I telling you this? Because you have a book inside of you. That is a story inside of you that is the key deliverance to somebody else. They need to see your brokenness. They need to see where you have been so they can see themselves and say, wow, if God did it for her, He can do it for me. Wow, that is amazing. You did all of that. You were that broken. You were that messed up. Wow. And that's what you look like today. And that's how you speak today. And that's how you walk today. Seriously? Seriously? Wow. Tell me more about that Jesus. Tell me more about what He's doing in your life. Tell me more about how He changed you from the inside out. Tell me more, because I want that transformation for myself. I want to realize who I am. I want to move forward with what God has called me to do, but they need to see the example. And for some people, reading the Bible is not enough. They need to see it in action. They need to see someone that they can touch and see. They need to hear what God has done in your life. There are amazing stories of transformation in the Bible. I am not knocking the Bible down, but I'm saying sometimes you have to bring the Bible to life. Sometimes you have to show them. You see that person there? That was me. You see David and what he did? That was me. And then tell them what happened. Tell them what you did. For them to see themselves and realize, wow, God did a thing in your life. God changed you. Are you with me? Is that making any sense? Are you realizing now the power of your story? But in order for you to unleash that power, you have to share it. I love that Angel says, I have a published book sharing my story of deliverance. It's time to do more with it. It's not enough to just write it. You have to let people know that you wrote it. You have to tell them why you wrote it. You have to tell them why you wrote it. You have to tell them. It is imperative that you tell them why you wrote it. It is imperative. It is imperative that you tell them why you wrote it. Why? You are a storyteller. You got to tell your story. When people ask you what, you're a storyteller, what's your story? You get to tell them. You open the opportunity. You open the time for them to ask you, so what's your story? You're a storyteller. Hey, Harold, good to see you. God bless you. You're a storyteller. What's your story? Tell me a story. And you get to say, well, let me tell you my story. And you begin to tell them where you have been, what God has done in your life. It is that simple. It is that simple. God is doing a new thing in this season. And he wants to use you. He wants to use your story. It's not even for you anyway. It is really to be shared. So when I wrote this book, it was hard to write it. It took a lot out of me. And then I have to live it. You know, I wrote it and then I'm like, I got to fight. I got to fight for the new me. Every day we are changing. Every day we are becoming closer to the person that God created us to be. But that comes at a price. That comes at a price. Are you willing to fight? Are you willing to fight for that person? Are you willing to fight to leave the all you behind? Are you willing to fight to leave the all you behind and leave the shyness and the embarrassment and just open your mouth and tell people, I used to be where you are. I know exactly what you're feeling. Let me tell you my story. Let me tell you how God transformed me from the inside out. Let me tell you how amazingly powerful my Father is. Let me just tell you, come on here. Let's have some tea. Let's have some lemonade. Let's have something. Let's have water and let's talk. Let me buy you a meal and let me tell you what God has done in my life. Whether you're a preacher, whether you're a teacher, whether in the marketplace, it doesn't matter. Your story has power. Did you hear me? Did I say it enough times for you to get it? Your story has power. Your story has power. Your story has power. Your story has power. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? Your story has power. My sister Marquita, her book is coming out the same day that mine is coming out, and her story is powerful. And she's not shying away from sharing her story. She's not shying away from sharing where she used to be. She is not where she used to be. I'm so thankful for her testimony, for what she's doing. Go check out her book, Marquita D. Collins. She is amazing. Hey, Natalie, good to see you. God bless you. This is the time to share your story. This is the time to let go of what are they gonna say? I'm afraid. Oh, I don't know. What am I gonna do? Listen, there's no time for that. There's no time for that. There is no time for that. It is time for you to do exactly what God has called you to do. Nothing else and nothing more. That's it. He has given you authority. He has given you a command to go to the ends of the earth and share the gospel. And do that with your gifts and talents. Listen, I'm telling you, this is a command that I'm hearing loud and clear for a lot of you. A lot of you are called to share your story. It might not be from a pulpit. It might not be from a church. But it might be from exactly where you are with your story. Your story is powerful. Your story is going to change people's lives. But you have to write it and you have to tell people about it. You have to tell people about it. It is time to fight. It is time to fight for the new you and fight for those that are still left behind. There are so many people that are still in the mud. They are broken and lost. And you see people killing themselves and you see people harming and hurting other people. They need love. They need to hear your story. They need to see you walk it out. They need to see you doing what God has called you to do. It is that simple, my friend. We complicate it. It don't have to be complicated. We got to share our story. God gets the glory when we share where we used to be. I'm not where I used to be. I'm so thankful that I'm not where I used to be. And I'm not the person that I used to be either. And that's why I write about it. Does that make sense? Is that waking you up today? Are you understanding now the magnitude of your story? Are you understanding now how powerful it is to be who you have been created to be, to fight your way out, to fight your way for your transformation, to fight your way out of that place of brokenness? It is imperative that you do it. It is imperative that you fight. It is imperative that you fight. It is imperative that you fight. Somebody needs this. Somebody needs this. Somebody needs to see you today and see you fight. Good morning. Good to see you. It is time for you to share who you are. It is time for you to share who you are. It is time for you to share who you are. Share your story. You are a storyteller. You are a storyteller. You are a storyteller. Say it and hear it as often as you need to so you believe it. You are a storyteller. You are a storyteller. You are a storyteller. You are a storyteller. Are you with me? Are you hearing me? Is that registering in your head? Are you understanding what God is doing in your life? Did you get it? You are very welcome. Good morning, Angela. Good to see you. God bless you. Do you get it? Just open your mouth. Just go on Facebook Live. Go on Periscope. Go on Instagram. Go to IGTV and share your story. Share what God has done in your life. Share how powerful it is. How powerful it is to be an amazing man and woman of God. Just share. Just share. Just share. Are you understanding this? Are you getting this? God is amazing. God is amazing, and he allowed that to happen for a reason. He allowed that to happen for a reason. This Thursday or Friday, I will be preaching about this, about what it's like to fight your way through. And then how do you fight your way out? I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. If you can be in Jacksonville, you got to be there. You have to be. If you can be there, be there. If you haven't gotten your live stream ticket, get your live stream ticket. The information is at bit.ly/release for purpose. Release 2018, actually. That is where you get the information. If you haven't gotten your ticket, today is the last day to register for the hotel. So do not wait any longer to get there and register. If you live in Jacksonville, you can go every day. If you cannot make it there, although I highly recommend that you do, get the ticket for the live stream. Okay, all the information is in that page. Don't miss it. It's going to be powerful. It's going to change your whole entire life. Hey Yolanda, good to see you. God bless you. It's going to change your life. So I'll talk about why we're fighting, how to fight, and why we were released, and the tools that were put in our hands. There were some tools that were put in our hands, and we're not using them. And we're like, I don't know what to do. How do I fight? He already showed you the way, and you don't even realize. Okay? God bless you. Thank you for watching Storytime. Every weekday from 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, I'm here sharing a story and then giving you a biblical application, a practical application for your life. If you're not a part of my community, you need to be, because the Write Your Book in 90 Days program is coming out super duper soon, and you want to be a part of that. You want to learn how. This is a very elite program. It is very small. It's going to be a small group of people that I take through my process of writing a book in 90 days. It's changing people's lives, and I hope it changes you as well. My name is Catherine Storing. Thank you for watching. Remember that writers write and that I am rooting for you. God bless you. I'll see you soon.